Okay, let's get right into it. Because before you write a single line of code, before you spend even $1 on an ad, there is one question every single business has to answer. Where do you actually compete? And here's the thing, most founders, they just blow right past it. They jump straight into the fun stuff, the tactics. And that, right there, is why so many amazing products just completely fizzle out. They're built for a ghost, a customer that was never really defined in the first place. So to make this super clear, let's walk through an example together. Imagine you're starting a new company. It's a really high-end premium coffee subscription. You're getting the best beans. It's all ethically sourced, the whole shebang. I mean, the coffee itself is incredible. The packaging, it's gorgeous, totally Instagrammable. You've poured everything you have into making this perfect product. But here's the kicker we all learn the hard way. A great product is not enough. Because now this is where the real work begins. Who are you actually selling to? And when those people think about getting coffee, who are you really up against? And let me tell you, the first answer that pops into your head is almost always the wrong one. So how do we get to the right answers? Well, we use a really simple but honestly game-changing framework. It all boils down to 3 little words that people use interchangeably all the time, but they mean totally different things. Market, category, and industry. Getting these straight as like step 1 to thinking like a real strategist. All right, let's start with the big one, probably the most important of the 3, the market. A market isn't just a crowd of people. It's a very specific group who all share a need and this is the crucial part, they have the ability to pay to get it solved. You gotta have both, the desire and the dollars. Think of it like this. Millions and millions of people say they want to learn Spanish. But is that a market? Nope. The market is the much smaller slice of that group that is actually going to pull out a credit card for an app or a class or a book. A want without a wallet is just a daydream, It's not a market. Okay, so that's market. Next up, we have category. The category is basically the kind of solution that customers are looking for to solve that need. So for our language learner, the categories might be something like language apps or online tutors or group classes. They're all just different buckets of solutions. And this right here is why this is so important. People don't compare apples to, cars. We compare things that are alike. We compare options inside a category. If you're looking for a language app, you compare Duolingo to Babbel, right? You don't compare Duolingo to some 50-pound textbook. If you don't know what category your customers have put you in, you're fighting blind. You don't even know who's in the ring with you. And finally, there's industry. This is the 30,000-foot view. The industry is just the entire universe of companies that are producing related goods or services. So the education industry includes everybody, the app makers, the book publishers, the tutors, the universities, all of it. The key is it's defined by the companies, not the customer. So here's how to think about it. The industry, that's the landscape. It's the backdrop. But your market and your category, that's the foreground. That's your neighborhood, your specific street address. That is where the actual action is happening. Okay, so theory is great, but let's make this practical. Let's see just how powerful this is when you actually apply it. We're going back to our premium coffee subscription business. So instead of that vague, useless line, we're in the coffee industry, look at the difference. Your industry is food and beverage. Fine. Your category is specialty coffee subscriptions. And your market? Remote workers, 25 to 40, who really care about freshness and are willing to pay more for it. Boom. Suddenly, every single decision you make, from your ads to your website copy, it just clicks into place. And knowing this stuff isn't just about gaining clarity, it's about avoiding the landmines, the classic traps that so many well-intentioned founders fall right into. The first trap, and it is a big one, is confusing your industry with your market. Saying our market is coffee tells me absolutely nothing. Zero. Remember, a market is people with a need. It's not a product. You have to name the people. All right, mistake number 2 is making your market way too big. Our market is everyone who drinks coffee. Oh, really? You're going to market to a college student and a CEO with the exact same message? Come on, it's impossible. Being that vague is basically just setting your marketing budget on fire. And 2 more quick ones. First, fighting the category your customers already put you in. If they see you as a subscription service, just own it. Win that category. Don't try to convince them you're a lifestyle beverage experience. And second, constantly changing your mind. If you have a different market every month, your message becomes total noise, and you never get any traction. So let's pull all of this together into one final super practical takeaway that you can use literally the second this is over. I'm serious. Grab a piece of paper or open a new note. Write down these 3 things: industry, category, and market. Now, try to define each one in a single, clear sentence. If you find yourself struggling, if it feels a little fuzzy, that's a huge red flag. This little exercise is like a clarity forcing machine. Because at the end of the day, winning in business isn't about outspending your competition. It's about outthinking them. The founders and marketers who win are the ones with that razor-sharp clarity. They know exactly what game they're playing and, more importantly, who they're playing it for. Which brings us to the final thought, and it's a question for you. Forget the big, fluffy mission statement for a minute. If you had to boil it all down, based on what we've just talked about, what's your sentence?